This is what you need to know now. New details about how President Trump reportedly hid inside an airport catering truck before boarding a military aircraft to sneak out of Turkey. The baby rescued from the rubble after the powerful earthquake in Colombia. Plus LeBron James, Christmas Day, and a new NBA season. I'm Elizabeth Schulze from ABC News. It's Tuesday, August 11th, and here's the big story. New details on President Trump's reported secret military flight out of Turkey amid concerns of threats from Iran. The Washington Post reports that President Trump got off Air Force One after boarding in front of cameras following the NATO summit last month. He reportedly used a catering truck to sneak away, then flew out on a smaller military aircraft. The Post says it's not clear how Trump later got back on Air Force One after it landed in the UK. Martha Raddatz has more.
The White House press corps and the White House staff would have been unaware if the plane they left Turkey on was being used as a decoy deemed too dangerous for the president to remain on board. The White House neither confirmed nor denied the Post reporting, saying in a statement, the new Air Force One is a state-of-the-art aircraft that has been fitted with high-level security protocols that ensure the safety of the president and his staff. As the president has said recently, there are many enemies of America who have their sights on him, and we use every tool at our disposal to address those threats. Quite a story.
Now to the deadly earthquake in Colombia. New video shows a group of people pulling a baby out of the rubble. The 6-month-old and her mother were rescued from under a 5-story building. The powerful 7.4 magnitude earthquake struck western Colombia yesterday, killing at least 224 people. Back in the U.S., investigators say a boat had no infant life vests before a tragedy near the Statue of Liberty. The boat, with 14 people on board, flipped over in New York Harbor, leading to the deaths of a mother and her 5-month-old daughter. The boat's operator faces federal charges. Our New York station reports he was released on $50,000 bail with restrictions that include no boats. FEMA is now providing Puerto Rico with trailers full of water to help people cope with the severe drought gripping the island. Hundreds of thousands of people are being forced to go without running water for 48 hours at a time under mandatory rationing. July was the driest month on record for San Juan. Meanwhile, a new government report says July was the hottest month on record here in the lower 48 states. The average temperature was nearly 77 degrees. The United Healthcare CEO murder suspect in court for what's likely the final hearing before his state trial. Prosecutors allege Luigi Mangione killed United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson in front of a New York City hotel. Mangione has pleaded not guilty in separate state and federal cases. Now his defense is expected to argue this high-profile trial should be broadcast live. Matt Rivers is at the courthouse in Lower Manhattan.
That hearing has now begun here in downtown Manhattan. Luigi Mangione, his defense team, and the prosecution all now inside that courtroom. In all likelihood, this will be the last time we see Mangione before jury selection in his blockbuster state trial that officially begins right after Labor Day. Our producer inside the courtroom telling us Mangione was brought in shackled, wearing a gray suit instead of the prison uniform he wears most days now. Today's hearing is a pre-trial conference to iron out last-minute details, including media access. Defense lawyers expected to ask the judge whether the trial can be broadcast live. Mangione is, of course, accused of shooting United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson in a brazen assassination-style killing in Midtown Manhattan in 2024. It's been 2 months since we last saw Mangione in a courtroom. Since then, his lawyers had said they would pursue a psychiatric defense, only to then abruptly pull that argument after the judge said they would need to provide psychiatric records to do so. Mangione is facing both state and federal charges. He has pleaded not guilty to both.
Now to some quick hits, other stories that we're following on ABC News. The Transportation Department says its push to recruit gamers as air traffic controllers is a massive success. The agency says more than 2,000 controllers have been hired since April. Secretary Sean Duffy says they already met this year's hiring goal by 94%. And the Powerball lottery continues to grow as there was no big winner once again. That means tomorrow's jackpot will be worth an estimated $975 million, the 8th largest in Powerball's history. If you take the cash option, you get about $422 million. And LeBron James will face his former team on Christmas Day. The NBA announced a sneak peek into the 2026 season. On opening day in October, James and the 76ers will play the defending champs, the New York Knicks. Then on Christmas Day, the Sixers head west to play the Lakers. That game on ABC and ESPN. Finally, before you go, a soccer celebration that took a surprising turn. A player in Brazil scored a goal, and then he jumped over the advertising boards straight into what looks like a giant hole in the ground. Turns out that's an opening for stairs to the dressing rooms. He emerged in good spirits, although he hurt his ankle. That goal did not end up counting, but hey, at least his team won the game. That's what you need to know. For breaking news and live updates throughout the day, check out ABC News streaming on Disney+.
New episodes daily on Disney+.